Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for a webinar with Europe Express. And at this time, I'm going to bring aboard Keir Matthews. He's the VP of Sales for Europe Express. And today, Keir, we're going to indulge in Ireland, are we?
Yes, we are. Thank you so much, Amy, for the warm introduction, and thank you all for spending a little bit of time with us. We're going to get through this presentation in a nice clip so that you guys can hopefully get back to your days and booking and selling more of the destinations you love, and in particular today, our focus on Ireland. I'm just wanting my computer to go to the next slide here. Sorry about this. There we go. So that's me. I am Keir Matthews, the VP of Sales, as Amy has mentioned. Before we get into today's topic, I'm going to spend a little bit of time telling you about who we are and what we do. So Europe Express has been serving travel agents since 1990. We only work exclusively with travel agents, so we do not work with any direct consumer. So when you're having a good year, we're having a good year. When you're having a little rough year selling, we're having a rough year selling as well. We are specialists in customized FIT and customized group travel to Europe and Europe only. And we are experts in that, and we say that we are experts and know that we are experts because we move over 50,000 passengers each year into the 22 countries that we serve. So what are those 22 countries? So from Iceland to Greece, from Portugal to Scandinavia, these are the 22 countries that 82% of all Americans go to when they say they're going to Europe on a leisure vacation. So FIT, again, completely customized. No two itineraries are the same. You can take as many of our services as you need or you want, whether it's hotel only, sightseeing only, transfers only. You can completely customize your FITs with us, which is what we do. And then on groups, the thing about groups is this. Groups is a growing piece of our business. It's about 50% of our business right now. I've actually been a group customer of Europe Express, so I understand how they operate. Exceptional service from the beginning to the end with the way we have the sales operations and then on-the-ground operations set up and structured, really to provide your clients who are traveling with a group the level of support that they have come to expect and need when they are traveling that way. Again, you can do groups for us or 10 or more adults traveling together, and we've done groups as high as 600 people. So we're very comfortable with all sizes of groups, and we quote groups at net, so you can mark it up and make all the money you feel the market can bear. So what are our products and services? Air. On the FIT side, we pay 5% commission on air. It doesn't matter the class of service. We have contracts with all of the major carriers, 17 different major carriers, so we can do intra-Europe as well. On the group side, we contract that group space for you, help you with fulfillment and deadlines, so you don't have to worry about any of that. And then on both sides, whether it's an FIT or a group, we handle schedule changes. We keep you aware. If there's any flight disruptions like strikes or so on and so forth, we can get your clients rebooked, giving you that peace of mind and you not having to sit on a phone for hours trying to get your clients rebooked. Hotels, we've got everything from 3-star to 5-star, from city center to B&Bs to posadas to airport hotels, all of that full range. So it doesn't matter if your clients are looking for a clean, crisp city center hotel, husband and wife or honeymooners, or if you've got a group and we need to find the right hotel for that group, whether it's city center or a little bit outside of the city, depending on the size of the group. We've got the full range of hotel accommodations. Now on the group side, we do not always use the hotels that we have FIT contracts with. So we will actually go work with you to select the best hotel for your group, even if we don't contract it ourselves. Sightseeing, over 650 different sightseeing options. You can do customized, you can do hop on, hop off, you can do private, half day, full day, small group, large group. We've got that. And then for your groups, we can certainly put, get a hop on guide available, get an assistant there to, depending on the number of people and how much help and support you need. Transfers, we've got everything from private executive transfers to motor coaches if you've got a big group. So again, the full range of product that gets you completely into the customized space. Rail. We have all of Rail Europe's product loaded live in our system, so we can do point-to-point, first class, second class, reserved seats, regional passes, monthly passes, so you don't have to go over and do that. And even on the group side, you've got a group of 20, 30, 40, 50, however many, we can get those reserved seats for your group. They can all be in the same train as much as possible, depending on how far in advance we can book it. But again, we can cover all of that. And then car rental, which is really an FIT piece of business for your clients that are adventurous and want to drive and explore and see the countryside and see the cities and the countries on their own, at their own pace. We have full car rental available to you for them. So Ireland, why are we discussing Ireland? Well, not only are we discussing it because of it's very popular right now with tourists, with Americans who want to go. It is also a place that I've recently been, so we thought this was a great opportunity after that experience to share with you some of the things we did, saw, experienced, touched, felt, and got to explore while we were there in November. So this is really what this particular itinerary in this webinar is about. So Dublin, our first stop is St. Patrick's Cathedral. The cathedral named after St. Patrick, the man credited with bringing Christianity to Ireland, and is the greatest cathedral of Ireland, and arguably the most important pilgrimage site. The Guinness Storehouse. Who doesn't love a good pint of Guinness? This tour, which was absolutely fascinating, took us through the making of Guinness. We got to see the wheat and the bins and the whole fermentation process, and they even taught us how to pour a perfect pint of Guinness. Another spectacular thing about Dublin and the Guinness Storehouse is they have the gravity bar at the top, on the top floor, and it offers 360-degree views of all of Dublin's skyline. So a great city, lots of fun. I will tell you, one of the pictures you see here is us in a food tour. What a great way to explore a city. We often think of Ireland as not a really good food-centric country. I can tell you that we went to some great vegetarian restaurants, some great dessert restaurants. We went to an ice cream shop. We saw some of the best cuisine of Dublin, and I don't think we had meat and potatoes one time during that trip. Donegal. We did go to Sleaze Cliffs along Donegal's coast. You can find some of the best views of the Atlantic Ocean. Siglo Mountains, Donegal Bay, its history is fascinating as being part of the Pilgrim's Path. The mountain is considered sacred and has been used for Christian pilgrimage for over 1,000 years. Great experience to get up there and have some wonderful experiences exploring the coast. I will say that we got the opportunity to do a meal in a private home where the husband and his wife prepared the meal, and he walked us through one of Ireland's famous poets and did some reading, and that's the picture you see on the bottom right of the screen. A fascinating experience to sit out and look and learn about one of Ireland's most famous poets. We did go to Donegal Castle, where we had an excellent guided tour through this 17th century castle, which was once the seat of power of the O'Donnell chieftains. The Tower House has been restored to its former glory and serves as a great historical reminder of Donegal. Lough Castle, with a wonderful, wonderful place to stay. With its swimming pool and spa and fitness center, everything you needed, they have right there to feel like royalty, including bicycles that you can rent and ride around the property or the area. So another one of those great examples of our accommodation options that we have available to you for your clients. I will tell you, it was November. It was pretty cold, so none of us went out on a bike ride, but what a beautiful castle. And it is far, far bigger, Castle Hotel. It is far, far bigger than this picture lets on. I mean, I felt like I was walking around a football stadium. It seemed so big and so beautiful. So lots of accommodations there for you. From there, we went on to Belfast. And what was really special about Belfast is that we went to Titanic Belfast. It is named the world's leading tourist attraction in 2016. The Titanic Belfast is perfect for families, history buffs, and anyone who looking to explore a different piece of Belfast. It was created where the Titanic was constructed. The building itself will leave you speechless, but wander inside and learn about the construction, the size of the massive ship that took over 3 years to create with over 3,000 workers. It was absolutely amazing. They have an interactive tour where you sit in a little cart and you can experience the heat that the welders experience. You can see the tight working quarters that some of them worked in. You leave the building and you can walk right outside next door to the locks that they actually stored, put the Titanic in and floated it up and floated it out and did all the water tests and so on and so forth. And that was a massive place to go and stand and experience. Of course, we went on to Giant's Causeway. I know it's hard to believe, but this is an actual natural rock formation a few miles away from the town of Bushmills in North Ireland. With over 40,000 interlocking columns, these stepping stones come as high as 39 feet and make its way to the sea. It is, was built basically over 50 million years ago from intense volcanic activity. What a beautiful, beautiful place to go. We happened to be there right at sunset, so it was a unique way to see the light shining. I mean, it was a very, very, very special moment and a very special time. Clontarf Castle. The Clontarf is the perfect castle stay for those just stopping through in Dublin. It was originally built in 1172 and has now been turned into a luxury castle hotel with close proximity to all of Dublin's best sites. There is a restaurant, a fitness center, and all the services that your clients are looking for in an authentic Irish castle accommodation or stay. So these were some of the best experiences that we had on this trip, and these were definitely the highlights for sure. So what are our top 3 selling tips? Stay in a castle. Listen, there are plenty of opportunities to stay in hotels anywhere in the world. Why not offer them the unique experience that they can't get just anywhere? Ireland has done some amazing work on the renovation of these castles and made them into some of the most modern, luxurious castle hotels that you can find. The other thing, don't just settle for bangers and mash. The cuisine of Ireland was some of the best I've ever had. As I said, we talked about the foodie tour. We talked about those experiences there and all of the great cultural activities. I will tell you, I did find my now favorite gin in the world in Ireland. It's called Gunpowder Gin. It is absolutely fantastic with the grapefruit and some tonic. So don't just think of Ireland as Guinness and bangers and mash. There's a great cocktail scene there. There's a great foodie scene there. And for your clients that really want to explore Ireland's coastlines, have them rent a car. They can stay in castles, do our B&B voucher program, visit some of the historic towns, and do it on their own, in their own pace, without being told it's time to go, we've got to do this, we've got to do that. So there is plenty opportunity and plenty of ways your clients can explore Ireland on their own and have a fantastic experience. And yes, they can still go to the Guinness storehouse and have a Guinness Yes, they can learn to pour a perfect pint and all of those things. And yes, they can have some regular hotel stays. But why not take advantage of some of the great accommodation and the food and the experiences that your clients can have and guide them and push them in that direction? So what are some of the resources that we make available to you? You know, I always do a webinar and I always talk about our resources that we make available to you. When we talk about we only sell to travel agents, this is really the truth, and our goal is to make you look like a star. Listen, we have city guides. You can go to our resource center, click on Ireland, click on the city, Dublin, Cork, wherever, and download these city guides. They have restaurants, things to do and see, bars, cafes, nightlife, shopping. Your clients will arrive in Ireland as a foreign local. Of course, we have flyers. You know, we put together some flyers with our most popular sightseeing, for example, in Dublin. We put together some flyers for Dublin that has things like most popular sightseeing, authentic sightseeing, active sightseeing, day trips. So we've got flyers created for all of the major cities with unique things that they can do. So if your clients are looking for, hey, well, what's the most popular thing people do in Dublin? You can go to our resource center, download that flyer, and give it to them. If they say, hey, I'm looking for a culinary experience in Dublin, that you can download that flyer and give that to them with suggestions of things to do and see. And then, of course, if they want more and more information, we have suggested itineraries there, and they can reach out to us, you know, give that to their client and say, here's an idea, here's a suggestion of what first-time folks who go to Ireland do, whether it's our Ireland Fly and Drive itinerary or the best of Dublin, or, you know, Dublin and Cork, or going up north. So lots of great opportunities and a lot of great resources for your clients there. For you, you can click on Visit Ireland's website from there and take their agent certification program. Again, all the resources that we have are available to you to help you look like a star to your client, for sure. So how can you get a quote to us? You can either submit one online on our website and fill in all the information in red, and we can get that quote back to you within 48 hours. You can give us a call. Our travel specialists are there 7 days a week. Listen, they know the destinations, they visited the destinations, they get it in and out. Or you can book online. So you have 3 different ways to work with us. We make it easy. You can submit the quote, call, or book it yourself online, and a best-in-class website. So if you need some immediate help, here is the sales team that's in the field, and they're there to help you with questions and any help or anything you may need. Here's their phone numbers, their email addresses, the states they cover, so you can reach out to them at any time. Amy, if you'd like, we can go ahead and go into Q&A for a few minutes, and I'll leave this map up for folks if they need to write down any contact information for the sales team.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Keir. Just know if you have any really specific questions, what we're going to do is we're actually going to send them over to Keir after the webinar so that he or someone from Europe Express sales department can get back to you and answer your question and get you the answer you need. Does Europe Express do Sardinia and Malta?
I'm pretty sure we do Sardinia. I'm not sure about Malta, though. I didn't know anybody went to Malta, but I guess there's somebody who's got somebody who wants to go. You can call the team and they can answer that question specifically, though.
Okay. And how would agents find out where the best castle stays are, near Shannon or Killarney?
Well, one of the best things to do if you're looking for that, you can either go online or give our team a call and say, hey, here are the dates. They can tell you what we actually have available in that area at any given time, or you can go on our website and search by date range, and you can see what's actually available there.
Okay. It looks, okay, well, it just went away. I had someone ask about Garrett, if he was the rep in South Florida. There was a little pop-up covering his name, so I guess people couldn't tell.
No,
But that went away.
Garrett does not cover South Florida. Garrett is our inside sales specialist. He's just, his picture is just there. Michaela covers the East Coast, and she's in the gray.
Okay, so there you go. There's your sales rep for South Florida. Okay, how about Canadian agencies? Do you work with Canadian agencies?
We do work a lot with Canadian agencies, and those agencies that we work with understand that we only quote and pay in USD, and they don't have a problem with that. So we do quite a bit of business in Canada.
Okay. Do you have bulk airfares?
No, we do not use bulk air. We have contracted airfares. So tour operators are given, bulk air is very different. Those are typically very, very, very steeply discounted, very limited, and there's no commission and no frequent flyer. We have actual contracted fares with the airlines. And on air, I will say this, when it comes to your FIT customers, our business class and first class rates are hard to beat, very competitive, and we actually pay 5% commission on the FIT side of air.
Okay. I have a few agents asking about accessible travel. So if they call Europe Express, will they be able to get detailed information for accessibility if they give them the type of accessibility the client needs?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have printable agency registration forms available?
Sorry, printable agency registration forms? Yeah, you can you can print it if you want, but you can go right to our website and you just fill out the form online and it just booms and we get you registered in a short period of time.
Okay. When you book group air, does everyone have to leave from the same destination?
Well, the premise of group air is that everyone is going to be on that particular flight. So, for example, if you've got people flying in from all over the country, then we'd probably do group air, for example, have them all meet in New York or Chicago or Miami or wherever, and then fly on together. That's the group air part of it. We do the FIT part to get them all to that location.
Okay. Q, do you want to give out the website again for the agents?
It's just www.europeexpress.com.
Okay. I'm just going through. Some of these questions are real specific, so I'm just going to have your team answer them offline.
Perfect.
All right. How about FAMs? How do agents find out about FAMs, Europe Express offers?
So all of those come out in our newsletter. So if you sign up for our newsletter, you can go to europeexpress.com and sign up for our newsletter. We announce FAMs and the like there all the time.
Okay. Are there any marketing tools that the agents can use on social media?
Right now, no. We are currently creating a photo bank that will be available to agents where they can go in and download and grab photos and use them for their marketing on social media and the like. We should have that photo bank set up within a month or so, or from my understanding, maybe 2 months. But if agents just sign up for our newsletter, which comes out 2 to 3 times a month, when we get that photo bank up and running, it'll be announced in that.
Okay, and if I could just add to that, Keir, anytime Europe Express sends an email through MailPound, which they do quite frequently, any of those promotions you can actually upload to social media and use them, as well as Europe Express. Their e-brochure is on MailPound, and you can upload that to social media as well. So if you'd like, those tools are there until they have their photo bank up as well. So I think that is all of the general questions. I will send, as I said, I'll send you over all the specific ones, Kier, so that you can have your team follow up with the agents offline.
Perfect.
Okay, so I want to thank all the agents for joining us today. Kier, thank you as always. Great presentation.
Yes, thank you so much, and thank you all for giving us a little bit of your time. And we have got this done in 30 minutes, so now you can get back to selling, selling, selling. Thanks, Amy.
Have a great afternoon, everyone. Bye-bye.